case in court.
That's right.
Won the case in court.
Make sure you say police. That's right.
And after winning the case, was told them we're going to march anyway, whether we win or not, but we won, so. And Giuliani say, I'm coming with my police squad, whether you win or not. And so we won, but he said he was going to win on that day. And old no good Rudolph Giuliani came out with 5,000 or more police. They had barges on the, whatever that river is, down by 110th Street. They had helicopters, everything out there for Khalid Muhammad and the new Black Panther Party. And we braved the battle that day. He at the end of the time of the 4 o'clock hour, because of the police cheating, the police pressure, the police abuses, Khalid Muhammad got the mic with 5 minutes left in the game, and he burned they behind. That's right. And when he burned they behind, Giuliani was watching by teleprompter, he burned up too. And he sent his troops to crash the stage. I can still remember back there trying to, as the time was running out, trying to tell the police to back your behinds up. And I can remember Robert Ward Williams and some others. I'm trying to put together a line of men in the back of the stage, and it's an army of police here and a line of our men here, and Khalid is on the stage ripping.
That's right. How many people are right?
And all of a sudden, some command was given and the beast moved in, chairs started flying, bodies started flying, and at the end of the damn day, 17 police went to the hospital, and it was only 2 of our men were arrested. 17. I remember the court case, the civil court case, when one of the cops came to the civil trial. He was in a wheelchair. He said, oh! He said on that day, couldn't even talk, wheeled him in the court.
Whoop that ass, whoop that ass.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
History is best qualified.
This is the history. Sorry about that. Of the new Black Panther Party for self-defense, man. We don't play.
That's right.
We ain't playing around here. Yeah, I remember in damn near 2000 something. I don't even need to name the year. Probably don't even need to name the city. After Khalid was gone, it was some old undercover beast have just arrested a couple of our men and just took our men. They wasn't doing nothing wrong, doing some big celebration or something, and our men wasn't doing nothing wrong with trying to sell the paper, and they locked a couple of our men up, and we was just on the sidewalk chanting black power, and the white man tried to get real arrogant, and the undercover say, don't put your foot in the street, and so we said, I put my foot in the street, turn the camera off for a second. Turn it off for a second. Oh, beast, if you went off. Some of you probably didn't go off. I know Abraham Foxman got his men in here.
Hey, Black man, that's right.
He'll be reporting on this. Will you let old Abraham Foxman and the Anti-Defamation League know that the new Black Panther Party is going strong?
That's right.
New Black Panther Party ain't stopping. Malik Zulu Shabazz is not stopping, and none of these soldiers and brothers and sisters are going to stop teaching, organizing, and telling the truth. And so I would say this right now. There's so much of our history to say, but let me get right now to the case against the new Black Panther Party that is now railing in Congress. How many of you are realizing that the name of the new Black Panther Party is all over the Capitol Hill right now? How many are aware of that? If you don't, all you need to do is hit Google News and look at the internet and really see that the new Black Panther Party is under attack in Congress by a Republican congressman named Lamar Smith and Frank Wolf from Virginia. What happened is, for several years, there's a root to this. The Bush administration had been after us for several years. The Bush administration FBI had been to visit me several times, and others. Did they visit any others?
Yes, sir.
If they visited you, let me hear you.
Yeah, Black Power.
Where's Brother Hannibal?
He just stepped out.
Brother say the ADL visited him now. Okay. We got to hear about that in the question and answer session. They have been, it's the same thing. The ADL, if you look on their website, say that they work with law enforcement. They work to inform, and they work with law enforcement to try to encourage them to move on groups like us by giving them false information or whatever information they're going to give them. Try to allege that we're something that we're not.
That's right.
And so the Bush administration had been after us for several years.
Right.
At least since 9/11, when 40 days after September 11th, 40 days after September 11th, in a national broadcast, we went up, and that's when C-SPAN, there wasn't no 200 and 500 channels. There wasn't no such thing as direct TV. You had 32 channels. There wasn't no channel 855, none of that. And C-SPAN was big then. And we went up on October 31st, 2001, 40 days after 9/11, and we had a panel of radical imams, and we were the most radical out of the radical imams. And I gave a speech, I was blessed to give a speech that burned Bush's behind up and burned up the United States on the so-called war on terror and who is the real terrorist. And at that time, we were teaching that we don't blame it on bin Laden, we blame it on George Bush, the Texecutioner from Texas. And we ran the line from Bush all the way back to George Washington and dealt with who are the true terrorists. And so we burned all that up on national TV to the extent that they shut it down.
That's right.
It was supposed to rerun, and they got calls from Congress, and they forced C-SPAN to not rerun the program and to shut it down, and they called the National Press Club to stop us from ever having a broadcast from there again. I'm talking about this little bold group of black brothers and sisters here. Now look, Bush had a vendetta against us. That's my point. From blasting him on the mall and everywhere else we went, all the way back to when he was the governor of Texas.
That's right.
And in 1998, Bush was the governor of Texas. And around the case of James Byrd, and specifically Shaka Sankofa, it was the new Black Panther Party that was the thorn in Bush's side. And I've always been of the belief that Bush had vowed that before he left office, he would try to trap us on something.
That's right.
And as strong as we were still too wise to run into his traps. So on the last days of his administration, on the last day, November 4th, 2008,
Teach the date.
he gets what he wants. Some little weak charge on the new Black Panther Party of voter intimidation.
That's right.
Saying that we were in front of a polling place with a baton.
Counting soap bubble.
Now, what would we look like in front of a polling place with baton? You know we don't carry batons.
That's right.
Psych. I'm just playing. All right. Look, brothers and sisters, we did. Why were we at the polls that day? First of all, you Negroes that are accusing us of campaigning for Barack Obama, you're a damn lie. Barack Obama was not the recipient of any campaign activity on behalf of the new Black Panther Party. As a group, we didn't endorse anybody. Really, we didn't even get involved at all. There were some individuals within the organization that may have blogged on their website once. There were some individuals that may have supported him, and there were others that maybe did not. But we did not take a position in terms of backing the candidate, and I'm sure Obama didn't want us to. But we decided that on election day that we would go out to the polls because of what? Because they said they was going to be stopping black people from coming to vote. We knew that they didn't want a black man in office, and there were strong intelligence indicators